That's a technical film thing that I do for podcasting. If you notice, I hope the audio is a little better. It actually turns out that for technical equipment, it works better when it's powered on. Um, the last two episodes, I've been just talking into a dead mic because I had some technical issues with getting over media files and shenanigans. As an introduction to the third official podcast of Let It Run, just a disclaimer. I'm not advising you to attempt anything in my videos or telling you how to do anything. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not a certified instructor. I'm not a certified teacher. I just am presenting information that I have come across. So, want to get into the Discord a little bit. That's a positive place where we're sharing tree knowledge. We can go back and forth, and it's a positive environment. Those links are in my channel links, also on my Instagram and my link tree. It's a positive place where we're learning about trees and spreading knowledge and helping each other out. So if that's something you're interested in, hit that link. You can join it for free. If you come in on there being negative and being doofy, I'll boot you. It's not a problem. I'll just delete your whole account. See ya. Because the people who are in there are like-minded individuals who want to grow and have checked their ego at the door and are just open to learning things. There's people with all kinds of experience in the group, from nothing to companies. Pretty cool place. Checking out my show notes. If you notice, the lighting might be a little better. We have some cool stuff going on over here. I just went ahead and, I keep that thing on me. The impact. I run a lot of DeWalt and Milwaukee tools. I'm not really a stickler on brand. Some of the Makita stuff is cool too. But for my 500i, that's going to Ripsaw. Just sent it out yesterday, so that's going to PA. Seemed like a bunch of cool guys over there. I called them up, talked to a real person on the phone. That's a change of pace. Sometimes on port and saws, you don't get a lot of communication. But the ported saw world is new to me. I've never ran a ported saw before, so I'm excited to get this thing back and see what I can do. That 8-week time is it's already eating me up. I already want it back. But I understand there's a timeline that you got to work with, and there's a lot to do there, a lot going on. I did get Simington, so I won't be filing as much. That is gonna eliminate some downtime. I'm gonna still keep the chisel files, but my thought process there is a chisel file box of 12 is over $200 now, and over your lifetime of sharpening chains, I mean, you can easily get above that. So the Simington so far has been legit. I bought it from Madsen's. They shipped it out. It took a couple days. It came in 2 separate packages. One package was the stand, and one package was the grinder with the wheel and all that other stuff. How they packaged it up was super clean. They packaged it up with, some kind of expanding foam or something. So when it came, it was all in a foam case. I thought it was really cool. Been experimenting with some ground chain. I think it's faster than hand file. I haven't ran them in a test, but from my opinion, running the saw, the ground chain on the Simington is faster and smoother, and it's super sharp. There's a couple places you can get them. Madsen's, you can get it. Bailey's, you can get it. I'll go to the web pages. There's a lot of different places that have them. I guess the main 2 places you can get them are Madsen's and Bailey's. I don't know if I don't want to tell people the wrong stuff. So that's what I've noticed. They'll send you one out. There's 6 subscribers on the Let It Run YouTube. That's what's up. Thanks for listening. So the cool thing about ordering the grinder and kind of taking on Square File is you get to learn new things. And something that you have to accept as an individual when you're taking on a new task is that you're going to be uncomfortable, and there's going to be a bit of uncertainty there about what you have to do to learn this new skill. I think if you want to learn new things, you're going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Kind of wanted to highlight a book on this topic. Can't Hurt Me, David Goggins. Killer book. I mean, the dude is a stud. This book is awesome. It's an incredible book just for, a bulletproof mindset, how to work through things as an individual. Basically, he just goes into, his life growing up. Goes into his life growing up, how he went into the military, came back out of the military, and was not satisfied with the way his life was going, and then so he did something about it, and that's awesome. I love stories like that. So on the cover of the book, it says, "Master your mind and defy the odds." That seems like a simple, cheesy thing to say, but really, you are the master of your mind. I think sometimes people get wrapped up, and you got to be hard, and you got to be on all the time, and you got to be a savage, and their background picture is like a wolf or some shit. I don't get into that too much, but I do believe that you need to have a good sense of self, and you need to know who you are, and you need to know how to work through things and grind when it's time to grind and get the work done. I really liked learning the Simington. Not that I have it mastered now, but I have kind of a handle on the swing of things about what kind of profile I want, what's working in the wood, and I'll play with it over time. Gullet in versus gullet out. What I'm noticing now is that I prefer to leave the gullet in for tracking in cuts and staying in track. It was pointed out to me that it's a lot easier to double cut or establish a new kerf if the side plates or gullet is out of the ground chain. So I am from now on, I'm probably going to leave the gullet in on square ground chain. I love running a sharp chain. I think every other chain I've ran is dull compared to this. This is just next level sharp. I'm eating it up. Over the last month, I've been doing a little bit more fitness, trying to get, not necessarily a beach body, but to be better at some climbing applications and things like that. I want to be able to move better. I started rucking. I forgot how much I liked it from the old government job. It's cool to just kind of put a pack on, put your headphones on, and go for it. And you don't have to have a crazy pace, but just your airborne shuffle or whatever, and keep it moving. It gives you some time after a long day to kind of just decompress too, and you're not cardio wise killing yourself if you're just walking with a weighted pack on. What I'll do is I'll take I don't have like a rucksack anymore. It's like a hiking backpack. It's the Gregory Baltoro 65 liter deal. What I did is I just took a 40-pound Rogue medicine ball, slam ball, and put that in there with some other hiking stuff and weighed it. It's like 55 pounds, and I'm just going to start rucking more with that. I have a Peloton. I do Peloton classes from time to time too. So I think I'm just going to incorporate more fitness into my lifestyle. It's going good so far. Another cool book, when I started getting seriously into the tree service deal, The Art and Science of Practical Rigging. It's an ISA book, but there's all kinds of fun not fun. Well, fun for me. There's all kinds of information in here with drawings and even spar positioning where you want to have your lanyards. Just good baseline stuff that you can use to benefit yourself if you're getting into the tree game. I guess today is going to be kind of a lighter podcast. I just wanted to hit on those things. It's okay to be uncomfortable. You're not going to be comfortable all the time when you're learning new things and you're on the path of wanting to do cool stuff. It's just you're not going to have it down. You're always going to be questioning yourself a little bit. And there's, I'm going to use a Jocko word, there's a dichotomy there of a balance. What you need to happen, what the idea in your head is going to happen, and what actually happens are all different things. I've got some jobs coming up that I'm going to try to get some video on. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't really watch TV. I just like, there's all kinds of cool stuff you can learn by listening to a podcast rather than whatever you intake on TV, watching a show or something. I like stuff from David Goggins. I like Jocko. Andy Stumpf is awesome. Joe Rogan, of course. Everybody knows Joe. Those are kind of my main rotation of mentality podcasts that I listen to. You don't have to agree with everything somebody says, but you can take chunks of what you like. I definitely recommend reading that book. And if you're in a place that you're not happy with, it'll give you a framework to kind of work yourself out of it. And not to be all cheesy self-help, but this is coming from a real person who really changed his life. So it's a good one to read. The Art and Science of Practical Rigging. There's all kinds of little tidbits in here. You know, all kinds of terms, top removal, rigging heavy wood, split crotch, where you should cut on a split crotch, included bark, force multipliers. I mean, it's a good book for some baseline knowledge. It goes over slings, whoopee slings, I slings, endless loops, porter wraps, large eyes, spliced eyes, directional cuts, knots, hitches for climbing, butt tying versus tip tying, friction. I mean, it's good stuff if you want to get some baseline information. I like it. It was one of the first books that I got when I wanted to get a little bit more into the tree game. This podcast is more of a shorter one. I didn't really have any crazy job notes or anything I wanted to go over. But something about me, I'm a music head, and with copyrights and everything on YouTube, I can't play somebody else's music without getting a copyright strike. But I do love vinyls, LPs, 12-inch. They're sweet. I have a small collection of albums that have some kind of role in my life. I listen to all genres. I don't get into dubstep that much or the Transformer music. Everything else, that, not saying that doesn't require skill and talent. I mean, I like some Skrillex stuff, but there's a little bit of every genre that I can get into. So I figured I'd start a segment where I share some of these albums with you. It's kind of a bummer that I can't play music or anything like that for you guys, but what I can go over is some of my records. So I think I'm going to share a record on probably every podcast that I like or that would be fitting. The first one I'm going to do, I think it's a powerhouse record. It is the 1984 studio album by Van Halen. Here. So on my vinyls, I'm kind of a freak about it. I put them all in plastic wrap. I think it just helps keep them a little better. So since I can't stream music by any other artist because of copyright strikes, just think like Hot for Teacher is definitely playing in the intro or something. House of Pain, killer song. This album is one of the first albums that I heard that was rock and roll. I mean, family played it. Everybody, who doesn't love Van Halen, right? Who doesn't, David Lee Roth. I mean, come on. David Lee Roth. What a talent. You can't stream this on Spotify. You can't stream touching a record, This is some of the artwork that's in there. You got, Alex Van Halen, David Lee Roth, Eddie Van Halen, Michael Anthony, some of the artwork on the back. It's just cool stuff. The way I prefer to take out a record is to kind of do this deal, and I put my thumb right on the hole, so that way you're not, putting your grubby little fingers where the needle goes. And when you hold it, you got to hold it on the edges. But yeah, this is an awesome record. And when you put it back, do the same deal. So I'm going to go through the song list on the 1984 album. I'll Wait, Top Jimmy, Girl Gone Bad, Jump, Panama, House of Pain, Drop Dead Legs, 1984, and Hot for Teacher. Killer album. Release date, January 9th, 1984. Label was Warner Records. Maybe I'll do just a little bit. Yeah, I can't show that, but man, what a great album. So I guess that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Check out the Discord if you're into it, and I'll see you on the internet.